Coming off a sweep on Saturday against the South Eugene Axe, the Roseburg Indians travel south to face south against the Grants Pass Cavemen. Hello and welcome to Grants Pass High School. Nate Jarecki, happy to be with you this afternoon as the Roseburg Indians, 9-4 on the season, take on the 7-5 Cavemen from Grants Pass. The Indians back-to-back wins on Saturday against South Eugene, including one in run rule fashion. In game number one of the doubleheader against the Axe at South Eugene High School on Saturday, the Indians took an early 2-0 lead in the second, scored another run in the third, allowed a run in the bottom of the fourth, led 3-1 entering the fifth. It was a 3-run fifth inning to go up 6-1. They added one more in the sixth and hung on for a 7-1 victory, out-hitting the Axe 12-6 in game number one. It was a complete game effort from Riley Cheney, who threw 7 innings, allowed 6 hits, only 1 earned run with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Cal Robbins was 3 for 4. He hit a home run, had 2 RBIs in the afternoon. He also scored a run. Well, it actually came on that home run. You also had Jake Johnson go 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. Luke Robbins, he went 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. He had a couple of doubles as well. In game number 2, the Indians were able to win it 13-3. They won it in run rule fashion. They had an early 6-0 lead after the first inning. Got to the starter, Cam Binstat for South Eugene, allowed 6 runs. He was gone after 1 inning. Jonah Alexander came in, mitigated the damage for South Eugene. He threw 3 innings, did allow 4 earned runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. And then Gavin Bush rounded things out for South Eugene. He threw an inning, allowed 3 runs, and those 3 runs were big ones. After the Indians scored 1 run in the second, 3 in the fourth, the Indians scored 3 in the fifth inning thanks to a 3-run home run by Dane St. Clair, his first home run for the Indians this season. And St. Clair, he went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs, all 3 of them coming on that 3-run shot. That put the Indians up by 10. They were able to hang on for the 10-run victory, 13-3, out-hit South Eugene 10-3 in game number 2. The big impressive note, though, no errors in the 2 games for Roseburg on Saturday. Hoping for another day of clean defense, but today is quite the windy day here at Grants Pass High School. Talking to some fans before the game, typically the wind blows out towards left field. Today, it's a pretty steady stream of wind heading straight towards home plate. Should be a good one today. Grants Pass, they are the reigning league champions in the Southwest Conference. Both these teams ranked in the top 15 in the OSAA power rankings at the 6A level. Should be a good one between these two programs, 9-4 Roseburg and 7-5 Grants Pass. Each team 5-2 and 4-3 respectively in Southwest Conference play. Something has to give, and we're going to have a great one today on a Tuesday afternoon. Looking like 63 degrees with some wind, but nothing blue skies here in Grants Pass. With that, we'll take our first timeout. 2-minute timeout. When we return, we'll talk things out with Coach Thompson here on the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. We'll be right back after these 2-minute advertisements right here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Welcome back to the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. Now, Jarecki here with Coach Thompson. Coach, you guys got the sweep on Saturday. What was that feeling like to come away with 2 victories against South Eugene?
Always important to win and to get 2 of them on Saturday at tough place against South Eugene. It was a good feeling leaving there for sure with the 2 wins and a little momentum here moving into the end of our first half of the season. Moving forward.
A lot of extra base hits, a couple of home runs on Saturday. How great was it to see the ball flying off the bat?
It's something our guys have been working long and hard on, and a lot of time in the cages, a lot of time on the field, and to see it pay off on Saturday for several of them was good to see and fun to see, and like I said, hopefully we can build some of that momentum through here today.
Cal Robbins, a couple of home runs for him. I mean, only a sophomore. How impressed have you been with his play this season?
Cal's a good player, and he's going to continue to improve and get better as he matures and continues to get bigger, faster, and stronger with all the work that he puts in. He puts a tremendous amount of work in, and it's fun to watch him develop. Cal does a lot of things well, and at the plate on Saturday, we got to see a little bit of that. Nice to see him get some payoff for some of those hours and days that he spends on his own working out. So, yeah, it was nice to see Cal come through at the plate, and like I said, hopefully he continues here today.
Cal, him, and Danner Wirtz have both been contributing a lot offensively. How unique is it to have 2 underclassmen contributing the way that they have?
It's nice to get from anybody from whatever year in school they are. To have a couple of young guys do it is great, but it can be anybody at any time. And through the years we've had a lot of younger players. Not so much freshmen, but certainly sophomores and juniors that have contributed big time and been very good players here for us. So it's nice to see them kind of falling in those same ways as some of the players we've had come through here through the years, and they'll continue to work at it, get bigger, faster, and stronger. Good things as we move forward.
You guys were on the road, early game on Saturday, another road game today. Obviously, a lot more road games are coming. How do you think the team's handled the road trip so far?
So far, we came out and started well Saturday. Hopefully we can here today as well. But you never know. This league, we've talked about it before, this league is a tough league to play in. When you're on the road, it becomes even tougher because of the distance and the road trips that we have to make. And today's no different. It's a nice day, windy day here in Grants Pass, as you could probably tell. But it's always tough to come on the road and play a very good opponent again, wherever you go in our league. And to give yourself a chance to win, you've got to do a number of things well, and hopefully we can do that today.
Obviously, you mentioned the wind. It seems to be blowing in today. How does that change things for you guys defensively?
It might change where our outfielders, begin the at-bat or begin the game where they play, and see what happens when the ball gets hit in the air. But, yeah, it's something we got to deal with, something Grants Pass has to deal with. So both teams have to play in it, but we'll adjust as we go on.
Looking at Grants Pass, what's the scouting report on them?
Another quality team, league champions last year, graduated a nice group and come back with some nice pieces of that group. But finding their way like we are, like everybody is, through the first half of the league play here, and at home, a very good club wherever you see them, but they play well at home, and they're comfortable here, and they do a good job, and they're well coached with their coaches and coaching staff, and we look forward to another quality opponent here today.
Lastly, what's the message to the team ahead of this week?
Stay focused and keep some momentum going. Continue to have fun at what we're doing and enjoy the time we have here together, and get better, a little bit better every day is always the message, and hopefully we can continue to do that here starting today.
Appreciate it, Coach. Good luck today.
Thank you.
That was Coach Thompson ahead of this game against Grants Pass. Both coaches currently meeting right now at home plate. We'll take our final timeout. When we return, we'll get you today's starting lineups here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Welcome back to the Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Call Roseburg Disposal at 673-7122. That wind was unrelenting, and it still is unrelenting here today. A lot of my stuff has been blowing all around. Tape is a broadcaster's best friend when you're on the road, and it is really, really windy, and that's certainly what we have here today. Hopefully the wind won't be too bad this afternoon, but, you know, it is pretty brutal as of right now. Apparently, according to locals, it's less windy in Medford, which might be a rarity for a day like this. Nonetheless, a beautiful day for baseball. About 63 degrees with some wind. You got the Lady Caver Softball Stadium in the distance in center field, facing right at us. And so with that, you have this very unique setup in between the hills here in Grants Pass. You got hills all around, and then you got the softball game happening across the way. Really good game between Grants Pass and Roseburg in softball as well. Both of these games today are very meaningful. Roseburg is currently a game ahead of Grants Pass in both the softball and baseball standings. So this one is certainly going to be a big one. They are currently going to do the starting lineups for today, and we'll go ahead and do that as well if you're watching online at 541radio.com or online at YouTube at 1490 The Score. Unfortunately, I did not have enough time today with the wind and trying to get the Wi-Fi situation set it up as well. I was not able to currently update the graphics to put in the starting lineup today. Nonetheless, I do have the starting lineup in front of me. Starting lineup for the Roseburg Indians. Again, the Indians 9-4 on this season and 5-2 in Southwest Conference play. Paxton Burke leading things off, the shortstop, followed by Dane St. Clair, the center fielder, batting second. Cal Robbins, the third baseman, he's batting third. Jake Johnson, he's batting fourth. He's pitching today. Luke Robbins, the DH, batting fifth. Danner Wirtz, the first baseman, batting sixth. A.J. Black, the left fielder, batting seventh. Fletcher Coleman in the 8th spot, playing in right field. And Caden Austin is the second baseman today, batting ninth. For Grants Pass, they're going to have Evan Valenzuela, the third baseman, lead things off. He is the leadoff hitter, as mentioned. And he is playing third base. Braden Reese, the pitcher, he's batting second. Jace McGowan, the second baseman, batting third. Nason Bassett, the catcher, batting fourth. Cameron Holland, the left fielder, batting fifth. Trayton Powers, the center fielder, batting sixth. Ryan Sedevy, the DH, he's batting seventh. Baden Morris is the shortstop for Grants Pass. He's batting eighth. And Ben Childers, the first baseman, rounds out the lineup, batting ninth. The Cavemen, in this game, they're going to have Max Hayes out in right field. He is the player being hit for. Ryan Sedevy, the DH, he's hitting for Max Hayes out in right field. And so Braden Reese, the pitcher today, he's going to hit for himself, and he'll continue to hit no matter how long he goes this afternoon. For Roseburg, the defensive player is going to be Amos Bowers. They're bringing the players out on the field. We are looking like a 4:30 first pitch was scheduled, and with the way that things are headed right now, it looks like we might have a national anthem. So we'll see if that is going to happen. They're having the players for Grants Pass go out to the field, the outfielders and then the infielders and then the pitcher, all stacked in that order. So they're all standing next to each other. The Roseburg baseball team, they're all lined up on the first base line right now. Historically this season, at least, I mean, this is my first year calling Roseburg baseball, but we've been pretty spot on with the first pitch times, starting right at 4:30. Rarely do we get a national anthem, but it looks like we might get one today. We do have a flag in center field. I think that's the big thing. Champion Car Wash Field, I'm not sure if there's actually a flag there. Either way, we don't do the national anthem at home games for Roseburg baseball, but here in Grants Pass, the teams are just lining up right now.
Assistant coaches Ben Davis, Zach Morgan, Kenny Garrison, and Jesse Spain.
So Kyle Garrison, the 2024 Southwest Conference Coach of the Year, he comes out with the team. So they are going to do the national anthem. So with that, we'll actually take a 2-minute time now. Don't go anywhere here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Welcome back to Grants Pass High School. Knight Jarecki with you this afternoon as the Roseburg Indians take on the Grants Pass Cavemen. Cavemen 7-5 on the season. Roseburg is 9-4. This is a battle of a couple of teams towards the top of the Southwest Conference. Roseburg 5-2 in league play. Grants Pass 4-3. The Cavemen today are going to be wearing white pinstripe uniforms, blue pinstripes today with a blue cap. It says GP on the cap. Roseburg today, they're going to be wearing black jerseys with the Roseburg written across the chest in orange. Orange numbers as well for the Indians. Gray pants with an orange and black piping down the side. It's a black cap with the Roseburg R in orange right on it. Now to get set for first pitch. Leading things off for the Roseburg Indians is number 7, Paxton Burke. So Burke, the shortstop, leading things off for Roseburg. On the mound is Braden Reese, the right-hander for Grants Pass. Burke in the box, Reese on the mound. The first pitch is swung on and missed, and we're underway a little bit later than scheduled at 4:38 here on this Tuesday afternoon. No balls and a strike to Paxton Burke. The second pitch is laced out towards center field, and it drops down for a base hit. Paxton Burke, the leadoff hitter, is aboard with a leadoff single here in the top of the first. So a runner at first base now for Dane St. Clair, the center fielder, batting second today. St. Clair, he had a home run on Saturday against South Eugene, a big 3-run home run to stretch the lead from 7-10. That allowed the Indians to exit early, winning in 5 innings against the Axe. St. Clair, the lefty in the box, first pitch, a breaking ball outside, 1 ball and no strikes from Braden Reese. So Reese gets the start today for Grants Pass. The senior on the mound for Grants Pass looks over towards first base as he works out of the stretch. Comes set at the waist. St. Clair, the lefty, swings and pops it up out towards left field. Giving chase is Cameron Holland. He circles under it and makes the catch for out number 1. So St. Clair is retired. It'll bring up Cal Robbins, the 3-hole hitter. Defensively today for Grants Pass, Cameron Holland out in left field, Trayton Powers in center field, Max Hayes in right, Ethan Valenzuela at third base, Baden Morris the shortstop, Chase McGowan at second base, Ben Childers at first base, and Nathan Bassett is catching behind the plate. And of course, Braden Reese on the mound. Here's Cal Robbins, the powerful right-handed hitter, as the sophomore will have to wait as Reese steps off the mound and now gets back on the bump. Leading off from first base is Paxton Burke. They look his way as they throw back. Childers with the hold, but Burke back safely. Still waiting the first pitch is Cal Robbins, 0-0 the score here in the top of the first. Roseburg trying to strike as Burke will take off. The pitch is grounded foul to the third base side. No balls and a strike to Cal Robbins. Now, we mentioned the home run with Dane St. Clair coming on Saturday. Well, Cal Robbins, he did a little bit better. He had 2 home runs for the Indians in the doubleheader against South Eugene, 1 in each game, as the powerful right-handed hitter has just racked up extra base hit after extra base hit after extra base hit this season. No balls and a strike here in the top of the first. Reese delivers a pitch that is whacked out towards left center field. It's going to be rolling towards the wall in the alleyway. Burke is racing around third. He is waved, and he'll come in and score. Cal Robbins is at second, standing up with an RBI double as the Indians take the lead 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. It'll bring up Jake Johnson as Cal Robbins adds on to his RBI total on the season. Indians with 2 hits here in the top of the first inning. And now Jake Johnson, the pitcher, has an opportunity to add some extra insurance for himself. Indians leading 1-0 now after the RBI double from Cal Robbins. So here's Jake, another good right-handed hitter this season for Roseburg. Johnson swings at the first pitch, grounds it towards the left side. Fielding it is the shortstop Morris, and he'll go to third. And Robbins was trying to go from second to third, but the tag in time by Evan Valenzuela to retire Robbins for out number 2. So it'll be a fielder's choice play. Johnson ends up at first base. 2 outs, 1-0. Roseburg with the lead for Luke Robbins, the DH. So Robbins, the DH, once again. Good weekend against South Eugene in game number 1. Luke went 2 for 4. In game number 2, he went 1 for 3. So here's Luke. First pitch to him. Bounces in the dirt. Taken off towards second base is Johnson, and he gets there safely after Bassett behind the plate. Got in front of it, but the ball was rolling away towards the third base line. That allowed enough space for Johnson to take off and end up at second base. So now a runner in scoring position. 1 ball and no strikes here with 2 outs in the top of the first. 5-hole hitter, Luke Robbins at the plate. The 0-1 pitch is grounded foul to the third base side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Special thanks to our sponsor, Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call 541-459-1545. So the Indians threatening here in the top of the first inning, trying to add on to their lead thanks to Cal Robbins' double. Now we'll see if Luke, his brother, can add some extra runs as he lines the ball towards second base. Snagging the liner is Jace McGowan, and that'll do it for the Indians in the top of the first inning. 1 run comes in on 3 hits, 1 left stranded, and no errors defensively for Grants Pass. We're heading now to the bottom of the first inning. The score is 1-0. Roseburg with the lead. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Bottom of the first inning, it is 1-0. Roseburg with the lead here at Grants Pass High School. Jake Johnson going to get the start today for Roseburg. We'll see if the right-hander can continue the success he's had this season, his senior year, as he faces off against a lineup that includes Evan Valenzuela leading things off, the third baseman, Braden Reese, the pitcher, batting second, Jace McGowan, the second baseman, batting third, Nathan Bassett, the catcher, batting fourth, Cameron Holland, the left fielder, batting fifth, Trayton Powers in center field, batting sixth, Ryan Sedevy, the DH, batting seventh, Baden Morse, the shortstop, batting eighth, and Ben Childers, the first baseman, rounding out the Grants Pass starting lineup. 1-0 Roseburg with the lead. Johnson on the mound. The right-hander will line and fire. First pitch to the left-hander, and Valenzuela is fouled away. No balls and a strike here in the bottom first. So Valenzuela leading things off. Left-handed hitter looking in on Jake Johnson, who threw 6 innings against Sheldon a week ago. Breaking ball from Johnson connects with the low outside corner. He gets ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. And man, when that breaking ball is clicking for Johnson, he is just so tough to face off against. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. A strikeout on 3 pitches to begin this afternoon for Jake Johnson. Quickly one away here in the bottom of the first in this 1-0 ball game. Cal Robbins an RBI double in the top half of the first inning. That was the game's first run. He was later out on a fielder's choice play, and a couple of batters later, his brother Luke lined out to second to end the inning with just 1 run coming in. Breaking ball from Johnson. The first pitch to his counterpart, Braden Reese, is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. So Reese now getting to face off against Johnson. Johnson faced off against him in the top half of the inning. Johnson able to fire in a strike on the low outside corner to the lefty Reese. 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson, he was the one that hit into that fielder's choice play. Was able to ground it to the shortstop side, and it was a good play by Baden Morris to go to third and get the lead runner. Pitch misses outside. 2 balls and a strike from Jake Johnson. Former Roseburg Dr. Stewart's baseball player, Tim Sestair, the head coach of the Doc Stewarts this summer. Assistant coach for the Roseburg Indians this spring. Pitch misses downstairs. Now 3 balls and a strike from Johnson. The right-hander takes a breath, and now will wind. The 3-1 pitch. Freezes Reese, and he's going to take a ball. So the pitch misses a little bit low, and so after the 3-pitch strikeout, it's a 5-pitch walk to Braden Reese, and he'll bring up the 3-hole hitter in Jace McGowan. So runner at first, 1 out, 1-0 the score. Roseburg with the lead here in the bottom of the first, and here's McGowan. Another left-handed hitter at the top of the lineup for Grants Pass. Johnson out of the stretch delivers a strike. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. No balls and a strike. So Johnson gets back in the strike zone. Been a big strikeout pitcher this season. Throw back towards first base. Diving back there safely is Reese. The game against Sheldon last week, 6 1/3 innings with 6 strikeouts, only 1 walk. Runner on the move. The 0-1 is grounded sharply to second. Fielding it is Austin. He has no play but first base, and he'll throw there to retire McGowan. So the hit and run works out to Grant's Pass's favor, as Reese is able to advance to second base. Just a 4-3 ground out. Now a runner in scoring position. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Brings up Nathan Bassett, the catcher. So Bassett, the cleanup hitter at the plate. First right-handed hitter to face off against Johnson. Ball in the dirt. Gets away from Amos Bowers, the catcher, and sliding over to third base is Braden Reese. So now a runner 90 feet away from scoring, the game's tying run. So runner at third, 2 outs. 1 ball and no strikes. Johnson's pitch, breaking ball, in the zone. 1-1. Bassett, a second-team Southwest Conference player a year ago. Gets the start behind the plate. Breaking ball from Johnson, upstairs this time. Trying to connect with the upper inner corner. Just a little bit high above the letters. 2 balls and a strike. Johnson's 2-1. Freezes Bassett. It's called a strike. Fastball on the low outside corner. A good pitch from Johnson. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and the runner at third. Wind continues to be relentless as it blows in towards home plate. Johnson comes set at the waist. Righty looks towards third. Now delivers a pitch. Breaking ball chopped towards short. Fielding it is Burke. The sidearm to first base in time to retire Bassett for the final out. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left stranded. We're heading to the top of the second inning. The score is 1-0 in favor of Roseburg. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Top of the second inning, it is 1-0. Roseburg with the lead. Special thanks to our sponsor, Dr. Alanson Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call 541-378-6694. So the Indians leading 1-0 thanks to Cal Robbins' RBI double in the top half of the first inning. And now the Indians will come back up to the plate here in the top of the second. Tanner Wirtz, A.J. Black, Fletcher Coleman, batters 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Indians. So here's Tanner Wirtz, one of the offensive leaders this season for Roseburg. He's been quite the player for the Indians as a freshman. He pitched in the game against South Eugene on Saturday in game number 2. Did a pretty good job. 5 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, and now will come up to the plate. Fouls off the first pitch he sees. No balls and a strike. He also threw a no-hitter earlier this season, but he's also done a pretty good job at the plate, hitting over 400 on the young season. Now he'll get hit by a pitch as Reese misses inside, clips him on the side of his body. And so Wirtz will end up at first base with a hit by pitch. So a runner at first, nobody out in this 1-0 ball game in the top of the second. Brings up A.J. Black. So Black, the left fielder today, throw back towards first base. Tanner Wirtz dives back safely. I mean, gosh, he's just towering over Ben's shoulders right now. And Wirtz again, he's still just a freshman, over 6 feet. Black shows bunt, bunts it foul behind the plate, 0-1. So AJ, he's been a consistent rotation player. He's continued to go into left field. He's gotten the start in the last few games. Been splitting time with Riley Cheney. But it's basically been black spot for a majority of the season. No balls and a strike. Reese out of the stretch. Fires at a pitch that's fouled away by Black at the dish. No balls and 2 strikes. AJ in the games against South Eugene on Saturday went 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch in game number 2. Also came in as a defensive replacement. The 0-2 is fouled away. Ooh, they got the track photos going on, maybe senior photos. There's a large amount of people out in the football field to the right of us, and nobody was prepared for that. It looks to be, I think, track photos. Either way, they're taking photos out there, and the cameraman almost got drilled. No balls and 2 strikes as Danner Wirtz dives back towards first base. No throw from Reese as he steps off the mound. Black awaiting the 0-2. Pitch is fouled away. Second earlier with Coach Steve Patterson, one of the assistant coaches for Roseburg this season. We were talking about how awesome this ballpark is. You got the track field right to the side of us. You got tennis going on to the left of us on the third base side. Actually watching a couple of tennis matches right now while watching this game, of course, but that's going on to the left of us. You got a pool that's currently empty, but it is there out towards left field. The 0-2 fouled away by A.J. Black. We'll do it again. To center field, as mentioned, you got the softball stadium out there where the Lady Cavers softball team plays, and then you got the big mountains and hills surrounding the valley, plus got the JV game out towards right field. I mean, this is the place to be in Grants Pass on a nice Tuesday afternoon in the spring. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch from Reese. Fouled back by Black. It was an elevated fastball and just got a piece of it to stay alive. We're also talking about the inside of the field. It's a little bit unique as well. You got the turf on the infield and then the grass on the outfield. So the majority of the infield side is all turf. So you got to play it a little bit different if you're an infielder compared to an outfielder. It's the way they deal with the rain down here in Grants Pass. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch in the turf. Wirtz is going to take off towards second. The throw down to 2. A pretty good one. And he's out. Nathan Bassett able to snag Danner Wirtz, who tried to stretch it to 2 after the ball was in the turf to Black. So 1 away, and now nobody on for A.J. Black. 1 ball and 2 strikes after the pitch missed low. So Reese will go back to working out of the windup. The right-hander winds and fires. The 1-2 is fouled away into the dugout of the Cavemen. Also got a hitting facility on this third base side. Tons and tons of space all around. It's a really, really nice facility. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Reese. Fastball called strike 3. Rings them up. It's the first punch out for Braden Reese. 2 away. So 2 outs and nobody on for Fletcher Coleman. Coleman, the right fielder, left-handed hitter, steps into the box for Roseburg. First pitch to him. Grounded towards the right side. McGowan, the second baseman, collects and dishes over to first base. And that'll do it for the Indians in the top of the second inning. 3 up, 3 down in unique fashion. No hits, no runs, and no errors. We're now headed towards the bottom of the second inning. The score is 1-0, Roseburg leading. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball. You're on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Bottom of the second inning, it is 1-0. Roseburg with the lead. Special thanks to our sponsor, Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader, Flyaway Travel, and make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call 541-672-5701. So a new ball is asked for by Jake Johnson. The home plate umpire abides. And now Johnson will be on the mound here in the bottom of the second, facing off against 5, 6, and 7. Johnson fires in a first pitch that is a little bit high. 1 ball and no strikes to Cameron Holland. So Holland, Drayton Powers, and Ryan Sedevy due up. Left fielder at the dish, a right-handed hitter facing off against the righty in Johnson. 1-0 breaking ball goes a little bit low below the knees. It was a half swing from Holland. The appeal to first base, he did not go around. 2 balls and no strikes to Cameron Holland, sophomore on this Grants Pass squad. Johnson's 2-0 pitch. Cut on and miss. 2 balls and a strike. So again, Jake in his last start against Sheldon. It was last Tuesday. 6 1/3, 3 earned runs with 6 strikeouts. Pitch just outside and low. 3 balls and a strike. Only 1 walk. He's on the verge of his second walk of the afternoon here today. Walked about our last inning. It was Braden Reese, his counterpart, the only base runner he allowed in the bottom of the first. Swing on a 3-1 pitch. It's popped up towards the first base side, out of play, and a foul. So a full count as Johnson battles back. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Johnson shakes. Now winds. Payoff pitch. Off-speed pitch waited for. Popped in the air by Holland. Out towards the third base side in foul territory. Robbins makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 out. Nobody on, and it brings up Drayton Powers. Roseburg leading 1-0 in the bottom of the second. Powers, the center fielder, comes to the plate. Second team all-league player in football in the fall. As he grounds the first pitch he sees towards short. Burke fields it, sidearms it to first. Wirtz is there for out number 2. Just like that, back-to-back pitches, back-to-back outs, 2 away with nobody on in the bottom of the second. Ryan Sedevy to the plate in this 1-0 ball game. Roseburg leading. So Sedevy, the DH, will step into the box, a right-handed hitter. We'll look up to Johnson as he winds the first pitch. Fastball right down Broadway. It's called a strike, 0-1. So Johnson in command early. Not a new sight for the senior as the 0-1 pitch just misses a little bit wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Had a pretty good season with the Doc Stewarts over the summer and was able to carry the momentum into the senior season. 1-1 pitch, just inside, 2 balls and a strike. His grandpa came to the game on Saturday. Did a pretty good job at the plate in front of all the family who were visiting for the Easter weekend. 2-1 pitch. Called a strike on the low outside corner. Really good pitch once again from Johnson, who's done a pretty good job today, painting both of the corners, low and outside, to each hitters. 2-2, it's grounded towards the right side. Charging in is Austin, the second baseman. He fields and fires the first base to end the inning. 1, 2, 3, the Cavemen go. We're heading to the third. It is 1-0 Roseburg here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty, and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Top of the third inning, it is 1-0 Roseburg with the lead. Special thanks to our sponsor, Chuck Schwarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Batters 9, 1, and 2 due up for Roseburg. Caden Austin, Paxton Burke, and Dane St. Clair. Braden Reese returns to the mound for Grants Pass here in the top of the third as the right-hander winds and fires. First pitch a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes to Caden Austin, the second baseman. So Austin, the one batter that has yet to face off against Reese as he wraps up the first time through the order. The right-hander delivers a pitch that's whacked out towards right center field. It's down, and it's a base hit for Caden Austin. Good play by Trayton Powers in center field, cutting it off in the alleyway before it rolled towards the wall. It keeps it a single for Caden Austin as the Indians have their third hit of the afternoon as they lead 1-0 here in the top of the third. Brings up Paxton Burke, who has one of the 3 hits for Roseburg. Led things off with a single back in the first. Was able to come in all the way from first base on the RBI double by Cal Robbins. It's the reason why Roseburg is leading 1-0. Out of the stretch, Reese nods, and now times is called as Paxton Burke steps off the mound. It seemed like Reese was taking his time. Thank you for joining us this afternoon here on The Score. If you're listening on the radio, head over to 541radio.com or 1490 The Score on YouTube. We got the live video simulcast rolling. Pitch in for a strike to Burke. No balls and a strike. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit subscribe. You can subscribe and stay up to date with Roseburg High School sports all season long. We got the remainder of the baseball season to go. Halfway through league play after today. No balls and a strike. The pitch to Burke is inside, 1-1. Special thanks to our sponsor, Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Throw back towards first base, diving back there safely is Caden Austin. Definitely want to keep an eye on him. He is quite the quick player. Be heading off to Valley City State next year to go play some college football. Pitch bounces about 3 feet behind, in front of home plate. It allows Austin to advance to second base as the ball gets behind Bassett, the catcher. Finally collects the ball, so 2 balls and a strike with a runner now in scoring position for the Indians. So an opportunity for an RBI here for Paxton Burke, who's 1 for 1. We'll see if Burke can come through. Reese comes set. Looks towards second twice and now delivers. Pitch down and inside. So 3 balls and a strike to Paxton Burke. Thinking about it now, completely forgot to do the Immaculate Grid today. We were talking about it on Saturday. Who knows? Maybe Paxton's dad, Jamie, is an option today. Just did not look. I'll definitely have to do that during the half inning. See if I can try to work in the grid in the middle of the game. 2 balls and a strike. Burke swinging out of his shoes. Goes down whiffing. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out. Home plate umpire looking towards the dugout of Grants Pass to notify them that it is 3-2. Scoreboard here in the ballpark says 2-2, and it is now 3-2. Pitch to Burke is fouled away. He'll stay alive. I think the tough part about this location is it's great to see the Lady Caver softball diamond in the distance. You can actually watch the game, but Tough part is the scoreboard's facing that direction. So we can't see the scoreboard, so we can't update you on the Roseburg softball score, even though I want to. 3-2 pitch. Burke fouls it away once again and stays alive. So the Indians with 3 hits thanks to the single by Caden Austin. That's 3 hits the first time through the order. No hits in the first 2 innings for the Cavemen so far. 3 balls and 2 strikes with the runner at second. Paxton Burke rattles the bat. The left-handed hitter tapping his toe. Sees the 3-2 pitch. Miss high and wide. It's a walk from Burke. A really good at-bat for the junior. And Burke ends up at first base with the walk. So back-to-back batters aboard. First and second. Nobody out to begin this top of the 3rd inning. And now Dane St. Clair will come to the dish. We'll see if Dane is bunting here. Typically in this situation, play a little bit of small ball, advance both runners into scoring position. St. Clair, he certainly has some speed. Childers inching in from first base. He might be hearing me. Now St. Clair shows bunt, bunts it up the middle. Fielding it is the pitcher, spinning and throwing in on motion. Reese fires it to third, and Valenzuela's there. Just beats the head-first slide of Caden Austin as St. Clair got the bunt down. Just wasn't far enough away from Reese, who is able to get the lead runner. Burke advances to second base. St. Clair ends up at first on the fielder's choice play. And Austin is out at third. So same situation, just an out on the board. As Cal Robbins comes back up to the plate, 1 for 1 with that RBI double. The reason why it is 1-0 Roseburg. First pitch to Cal. He takes a fastball at the knees for a strike. 0-1. So Robbins, another double, another extra base hit this season. In fact, half of his hits, if not more than half of his hits this season, have been extra base hits. Large part, he had a couple of home runs, a couple of doubles in the games on Saturday against South Eugene. So no balls and a strike. Reese steps off the mound and now gets back on, looks towards second as the pitch is fouled off by Robbins at the plate. 0-1. So Burke dancing around at second base. St. Clair at first. Speed on the base paths. If Cal Robbins can find another alleyway, certainly have an opportunity for 2 runs to come in for Roseburg. They're leading 1-0 early on. Top of the 3rd inning with 1 out and 2 on. Reese set at the waist. The 0-2. Low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Really close to the favorable spot that Jake Johnson had been getting the call for in the bottom of the 2nd inning. This time, Reese does not get the call for Grants Pass. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Robbins. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him a chase on a pitch low and outside. Ended up in the left-handed hitter's box, and Robbins was chasing it. He wanted another RBI. Instead, he'll go down to the bench with his first strikeout of the afternoon. Second strikeout for Braden Reese on the mound. This time swinging after getting A.J. Black looking last inning. So 2 outs and 2 on. Runners at first and second for Jake Johnson, who has an opportunity to help himself out as the pitcher takes the first pitch high, 1-0. So Johnson has an opportunity here to give himself some extra insurance. Burke standing at second. An opportunity to do that in the first. Instead, grounded into a fielder's choice play as he hit it hard to short, and Baden Morris went to third and got the lead runner in Cal Robbins then. 2 balls and no strikes after the pitch missed low near the ankles of Jake Johnson. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Whacked out towards right field. It's down for a base hit. Coming around third is Burke. He'll be in to score. As St. Clair heads the third, Johnson ends up at first base. It's an RBI single for Jake Johnson, and the Indians extend the lead. It is 2-0. So Johnson helps himself out. Roseburg still not done with 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. So still 2 on and 2 out. Now runners on the corners for Luke Robbins. Indians now have 4 hits today. Bats have gotten hot early on. So here's Luke at the dish. As looked like Reese stepped off the mound. lunged towards third base and then shifted his shoulders, looked towards first base. No throw either way. So Wynn picks up. I'd heard the paper, my scorebook whack my mic. Pitch a little bit high, 1 ball and no strikes. Quite the stadium here. I think the cool part about being up here is you got these old bleachers, got the overhang over you, but the field's a little bit more sunken. Throw back towards first base. Burke dives back there safely. So the bleachers are a little bit elevated, probably about 6 feet above the playing surface on the ground. 1-0 pitch. In for a strike. 1-1. So the Indians have an opportunity for more here in the top of the third. Hoping to continue the 2-out rally is Luke Robbins. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch. Cut on and miss. Runner on the move as Burke will take second. Excuse me, that is Riley Cheney. As Burke came in to score on that last play, St. Clair's at third. Cheney is in running for Jake Johnson. So 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 in scoring position. Chance to double the lead with a base hit. Robbins rolls one off the end of his bat towards third. Charging in is Valenzuela. The throw to first base in time to retire Robbins for the final out. So, after the Indians get 2 hits and 1 run in the inning, 2 are left stranded with no errors defensively. We're heading to the bottom of the third. The score is 2-0, Roseburg leading. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Welcome back to Grants Pass High School. 2-0 Roseburg with the lead as we begin the bottom of the third inning. Jake Johnson back on the mound for the Indians as the right-hander goes back to work. Baden Morris into the box. First pitch is hit up the middle. Coming over behind second base is Burke, the shortstop. He fields the throw to first a little bit wide, but Work's able to get the toe right on the bag before the tap from Morris for out number 1. Brings up Ben Childers with 1 out. Nobody on here in the bottom of the third of this 2-run ball game. Indians scoring a run in the top of the third inning thanks to the RBI single by Jake Johnson, who helped himself out. Now here's the 9-hole hitter, Ben Childers. He swings, first pitch, lined right to first base. Wirtz makes the catch for out number 2. Just like that, 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And it brings up Evan Valenzuela. Struck out swinging his first time up. It was a 3-pitch strikeout from Jake Johnson. 2-0 Roseburg with the lead. 2 outs, nobody on first pitch. A little bit outside. 1 ball and no strikes to Valenzuela. So Valenzuela gets the start. Second team Southwest Conference infielder a year ago as a sophomore. The junior left-handed hitter takes a breaking ball outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Special thanks to our sponsor, DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. 2-0 pitch from Jake Johnson. This is outside. 3 balls and no strikes. Valenzuela having the opposite effect in this AB. 3 pitches, 3 strikes his first time. Now 3 pitches, 3 balls here in AB number 2. 3-0 pitch in the zone for a strike. 3-1. Valenzuela was taken all the way. So 3 balls and a strike. Johnson's pitch taken low. It's a walk, his second in the afternoon. Doesn't walk a ton of batters. He's definitely a big strikeout pitcher, and for the second time today, he allows a base runner. And the first time was this batter coming to the plate, Braden Reese. So Johnson had retired 7 straight batters dating back to the first inning, and now allows the 9th batter in a row, Evan Valenzuela, now to reach on a walk. Throw in. As the first pitch is hit right back up the middle, Burke, the shortstop, fields and taps on the second base bag for out number 3. So fielder's choice play by Braden Reese ends the inning on the 6th unassisted ground out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left stranded. We're now headed to the top of the 4th inning. The score is 2-0, Roseburg with the lead here on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at qualityfenceco.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Welcome back to Grants Pass High School. Nate Jarecki, happy to be with you this afternoon. Special thanks to our sponsor, Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. So Danner Wirtz is going to be leading things out for the Indians here in the top of the 4th inning. The score is 2-0, Roseburg with the lead. 1 run coming in the first and 1 in the third, and we'll see what happens here in the 4th inning with 6, 7, and 8 due up for the second time today. Wirtz, Black, and Coleman. These 3 players came up in the second inning. It was a 1-2-3 inning for Braden Reese, the right-hander on the mound for Grants Pass. Wirtz in the box, the first pitch to him. Breaking ball down and inside, 1-0. Now, in that 1-2-3 inning, Wirtz actually reached base safely. He was hit by a pitch. He tried to advance the second with the ball in the turf. He was thrown out on a really good throw from the catcher, Nathan Bassett. And it was a part of a 1-2-3 inning as 3 batters did come up to the plate, and they all were retired. He faced the minimum. 2 balls and no strikes after Wirtz takes a pitch in the turf. 2 balls and no strikes to Wirtz as Reese winds and delivers. Pitch comes in for a strike. Able to connect with the mid-side, inside corner. He still was able to connect. Normally a low pitch, but Wirtz with his size came in mid-size. Cuts through the 2-1 pitch. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 strikeouts so far for Braden Reese. Senior winds and fires. Breaking ball inside. So a full count to Danner Wirtz to begin this 4th inning. Jake Johnson's done a good job on the mound for Roseburg in the first 3 innings. Offense looking to get some more runs. 3-2 pitch inside, and it'll be a walk to Wirtz. So a hit by pitch and a walk in his first 2 plate appearances. Brings up A.J. Black. He struck out looking his first time up. The first strikeout victim for Braden Reese. So Black looks for revenge here in AB number 2 out of the stretch. The first pitch is low and away. 1-0. Looked like AJ was showing bunt, pulled it back, and it missed anyway. So 1 ball and no strikes. Wirtz leading off from first. No stolen bases this season. Still at no stolen bases after being thrown out earlier. 1-0, a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. Got some good news to report. The Oregon State Beavers, they pulled off a come-from-behind victory today, winning 8-3 against Gonzaga. We were unable to have that game on air on the score. Traditionally, we have the Beavers games on our airwaves, but with the start for Roseburg baseball and Beavers baseball being too close, we decided to not air the Oregon State game. But the good news is the Beavers came from behind and won 8-3 against a very good Gonzaga team. Always a tough team to play in non-league play. And the Beavers in their independent season this year, they've done a good job all the way up to number 3 in the latest NCAA baseball rankings. And with the win today against Gonzaga, 12 straight Beaver victories. So congratulations to Oregon State on their win today. Hopefully the success continues. Both of the teams, Oregon and Oregon State, in the top 25. Ducks baseball is actually happening right now as well. We have a little bit of a stoppage as there's a pitching meeting happening right now. But Oregon baseball also in action at the moment. They are facing off against the University of Portland. The Pilots pulled off a victory against the Ducks earlier this season up in Portland. The game today is at PK Park, and it is now 3-0 Oregon, thanks to Anson Arrows driving in 2 runs. So good stuff for the Ducks as well. Both teams looking to go 2-0 today. A couple of Oregon teams squaring off against each other. A couple of really good Pacific Northwest teams playing today against each other. Gonzaga, Oregon State, Oregon, Portland. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. 3 balls and no strikes, in for a strike, 3-1. I know who's loving it is the PNW College Baseball Report. If you don't know that account, but on Twitter, X, there's an account that posts all things college baseball in the Pacific Northwest, and that guy is probably thrilled today. 3-1 pitch is up and inside to A.J. Black, and so back-to-back walks will put 2 on for Fletcher Coleman here in the top of the 4th inning. Wirtz will advance to second base. So still nobody out, 2-0. Roseburg with the lead. And now we might have a pitching change here. Kyle Garrison, again, the 2024 Coach of the Year. He'll come out, and he's going to take the ball from Braden Reese. So that'll do it for Reese. He pitches 3 innings, allows 4 hits, 2 runs. He is responsible for the 2 base runners in the game. He struck out 2 batters, and he walked 2 with a hit by pitch. So with the pitching change, we'll take a quick timeout. 1-minute timeout. When we return, we'll introduce you to the new pitcher here on 541radio.com and the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your 4-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
The new pitcher into the game for Grants Pass is Parker Roberts. The southpaw will come into the game for Braden Reese. 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, with a total of 2 earned runs. He is responsible for both A.J. Black and Danner Wirtz. Wirtz standing at second, Black at first base. In the game, he walked 3 batters with a hit by pitch, 2 strikeouts. Again, just the 2 earned runs as of right now. Roberts comes into the game with nobody out and the 2 runners on for Fletcher Coleman, the 8-hole hitter. So a quick pitching change for Grants Pass. 2-0 Roseburg with the lead. 1 run in the first on an RBI double by Cal Robbins, and another run last inning in the third on the RBI single by Jake Johnson. So here is Fletcher Coleman. Coleman comes up to the plate, the left-handed hitter. We'll see if he's bunted here in this situation. Indians tried that earlier with Dane St. Clair. He was unable to advance both the runners via the bunt. Coleman does show bunt. Bunt is down. It's to the pitcher, Roberts. He'll spin and fire to first base and retire Coleman for out number 1. So Fletcher Coleman does his job. 1 out, and now 2 in scoring position for Caden Austin. So Austin an opportunity here with 2 in scoring position to double the lead. 2-0 Roseburg with the lead. Austin 1 for 1 already with a single. Swings at the first pitch he sees and misses. 0-1. So no balls and a strike to Caden Austin. Good 9-hole hitter for Roseburg. Trying to turn around the lineup. Swings and misses and now falls behind. 0-2. A good pitch from Roberts, the lefty, who was going to the right-handed hitter Austin and was able to get him to chase on a pitch outside towards the left-handed hitter's box. The 0-2 pitch. Same spot. No swing. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, this is a very good game in terms of 2 teams that are very even in Southwest Conference play. Got the Indians just ahead of Grants Pass, 5-2 on the year against the 4-3 Cavemen. Caden Austin swings and misses. It's a strikeout for Roberts. It's a much-needed second out on the board for Grants Pass, so 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Now at the top of the order with Paxton Burke coming to the plate. So here's Burke. Switch hitter, right-handed hitter now. Burke is 1 for 1 with a walk, 2 runs scored. Takes a pitch outside, 1-0. Singled in the first, walked last inning in the third, his 3rd time up today. Hasn't had too many at-bats from the right-handed hitter's box. Been a big lefty hitter this year. The switch hitter swings and pops it up in the infield. At second base, Jace McGowan searching for it, finds it through the sun for out number 3. So the Indians get 2 aboard via the walk. They get them both in scoring position, but a strikeout and pop-up ends the inning for Roseburg. No runs come in on no hits and no errors. The score is 2-0. Roseburg leading here as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball here on 541radio.com and the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Leading off the Cavemen, number 6, Jace McGowan.
Welcome back here to Grants Pass High School. Roseburg taking on the Cavemen. 2-0, Roseburg with the lead halfway through this ball game as we begin the bottom of the 4th inning. Jake Johnson back on the mound. The first pitch is grounded to the first base side. Foul. 0-1. Snowballs and a strike to the 3-hole hitter, Jace McGowan, followed by Nathan Bassett, Cameron Holland. Left-handed hitter at the box. Johnson's breaking ball just a little bit outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Indians scoring a run in the first and third inning. Had an opportunity for more in the top of the fourth. Could not execute. They had 2 on, nobody out. And after a sacrifice bunt, advanced both runners, a strikeout and a pop-up. Stranded 2 after back-to-back walks to begin the inning. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch from Johnson. Grounded to the right side by McGowan. And it's going to be into right field and air. It looked like Caden Austin was charging in. Didn't see exactly what happened as there's a pole right in my vantage point, and it happened to be right where the ball was hit. I could not see and bend away in time to see what happened for Caden Austin, but I'm going to put it down as an error. So an E4 will allow the leadoff hitter aboard here in the bottom of the fourth for Grants Pass. So runner at first. First pitch for Jake Johnson. Check swing. He did not go around according to the first base umpire. So 2-0 the score. Runner at first. Nobody out. The Indians have an error defensively for the first time in at least 2 games. I think they had one against Sheldon. They did not have any in the 2 games against South Eugene. Pitch comes in for a strike. Throw back towards first base. Diving back there safely is McGowan. 1 ball and 1 strike to Nathan Bassett. Bassett grounded out to short his first time up. Cleanup hitter. Rattle in the bat. Swings as the runner's on the move. It's popped up towards first base. It's drifting out of play, and a fan can't make a catch. Right through the hands. Gotta make it. So now 1 ball and 2 strikes here in the bottom of the fourth. We'll see if McGowan's on the move once again. Johnson working out of the stretch. Throw back towards first base. Diving back there safely is McGowan. Throw back towards first. Diving back there safely is McGowan. Johnson ready. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Rings him up. A strikeout for Johnson. That just his second of the game. The first one was to the leadoff hitter back in the first inning, Evan Valenzuela. So he gets the backwards K here in the fourth for his second punch out. And it'll bring up Cameron Holland. So Holland comes up to the plate. Runner at first. 1 out. Breaking ball from Johnson on the first pitch. It's a beautiful one. Drops right in for a strike at the knees. No balls and a strike. Holland 0 for 1. Popped up foul territory. His first time up. Throw back towards first base. Diving back there safely is McGowan. So right now in the standings, Roseburg is number 2. Grants Pass is number 3. So a game right here for Grants Pass. If they win and come from behind, they could tie Roseburg for second place. Roseburg trying to get a little bit of distance away from them. Currently in first place is North Medford. They're 6-1 in league play and 11-3 overall on the season. Pitch outside, 2 balls and a strike. North Medford, a tough team to face off against. Grants Pass knows that. They had 2 games against North Medford on Saturday, both of them losses against the Black Tornado. Diving back to first base safely is Jace McGowan. Still awaiting a 2-1 pitch is Cameron Holland. So 2 balls and a strike. Johnson set at the waist, looks towards first, now looks to the plate, fires on a pitch that's fouled off. 2-2. So the Indians 5-2, just behind North Medford. Got a text earlier. It is the top of the third inning. Willamette 3, North Medford 0. So that could be big for Roseburg as they look to try to get the Southwest Conference title this year. Pitch misses the zone on the 2-2. Runner on the move and getting to second base safely is Jace McGowan. So a stolen base puts a runner in scoring position, and actually they're going to say that it was called strike 3. So that is the 3rd strikeout for Johnson. 2 outs. Runner at second, and now Trayton Powers. First pitch, like a slider that came in for a strike, 0-1. Fans unhappy with the call. The home crowd, at least. The Roseburg fans, they're probably stoked about that one. No balls and a strike. Johnson's 0-1 pitch. Down and away, but it's swung on and missed as Johnson gets ahead 0-2. Jake already has 2 strikeouts in this inning. In theory, the inning should be over, but an error by Caden Austin allowed the leadoff runner and Jace McGowan to reach. The 0-2 is popped up in the air pretty deep out towards right field. Giving chase is Coleman, and he watches it tail off towards the right side, right of the chalk foul. So we'll do the 0-2 again to Powers. So Johnson, 2 strikeouts in the inning, has an opportunity here ahead 0-2 for his 3rd strikeout. Could retire the side in order on strikeouts after the error by Austin. 0-2 pitch outside. Amos Bowers behind the plate tried to frame it. It's really tough to frame a pitch when the ball's landing in the left-handed hitter's box. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch from Johnson is popped in the air out towards right field. And it is going to go foul. Lands into the concourse. Almost hit a fan. Not sure what they were looking for at the last minute. They finally looked up and saw the ball heading their way and got out of the way in time. Scoreboard here reads 2 balls and 2 strikes. I have it at 1-2. By the way, 2 strikes for Johnson. Right-hander comes set. The pitch. Just a little bit high. So the in-stadium scoreboard has 3-2. I'll put it there too. 3 balls and 2 strikes with the runner in scoring position. The pitch from Johnson. Dribbler towards the left side of the infield. Charging in is Burke. Burke fields, throws on the run, and it's a little bit late. Flaking it out is Trayton Powers. That is the first hit of the game for Grants Pass. Ends the no-no. There's now runners on the corners. 2 outs. Grants Pass still threatening. And now Ryan Sedavi will come up to the plate. So just got a text from Joey Keyram. Still 3-0 after 3 innings. Pitch fouled back on the first pitch to Sedavi. 0-1. Runner was on the move in Powers, so Grants Pass looking to advance that runner into scoring position, get 2 runners in scoring position in a 2-0 game to try to tie. Sedavi, the DH, batting in the 7 spot. Infield playing relatively deep. Orts holding at first base. The 0-1 pitch, runner on the move again, and it's fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes to Sedavi. Johnson ahead early once again. Jake dangles the right arm. Working out of the stretch. He nods his head. Finds a pitch he likes after shaking once. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him a chase with the breaking ball down and away as Jake Johnson picks up his 3rd strikeout of the inning and his 4th of the ball game. 2 left stranded after 1 hit, 1 error, no runs. We're going to the 5th inning. Roseburg is leading 2-0 the score. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball. You're on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Top of the 5th inning, it is 2-0 Roseburg with the lead. Dane St. Clair leading things off for the Tribe as the first pitch now from the left-hander Parker Roberts, his first full inning of work, is swung on and missed. no balls, and a strike to St. Clair. Special thanks to our sponsor, McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. St. Clair swings on the 0-1 pitch, grounds it towards the right side. Picking it up is the second baseman McGowan, and the throw to first base is in time to retire St. Clair for out number 1. So 1 out, nobody on for Cal Robbins in this 2-0 ball game. Roseburg with the lead. Just to continue that and wrap things up, you can stop by at McClendon Smokehouse on West Harvard Avenue. So here's Cal Robbins, 1 for 2, RBI double and a strikeout so far for Roseburg. Pitch is outside. Actually, I must have missed it as I was trying to finish my read. Looks like St. Clair reached first base safely. So St. Clair is at first. It looked like a shoe-in play at first base. Might have been an error as they have not put an error on the board here. Have to go to YouTube and look at that one. So 1 ball and no strikes. Robbins looking to drive the ball once again. Maybe another extra base hit. He's an extra base hit machine. 1-0 pitch, a little bit high. 2-0. He was a first-team All-Far West League player a year ago at Douglas High School. Playing for his father's alma mater, Jeremiah. Graduate of Douglas High School, now the AD at Douglas. Pitch outside, throw down towards second. St. Clair on the move, and his slide just in before the tag of Braden Morris. So it looked like maybe an error on Jace McGowan as he bobbed the ball and did not have a throw towards first. 3-0 pitch is fouled off by Robbins. So I'll put it down in my book as an E4. So that is the first error today for Grants Pass. Little hometown scorekeeping here. They have not put any errors for Roseburg or Grants Pass. Each team has an error in my book at least. 3 balls and a strike with a runner at second. Robbins swings and pops it up out towards right field. Hayes under it, makes the catch. Tagging initially at second base was St. Clair, but he'll go back to the second base bag. As now our 2 are gone. Rather, one is gone. Trying to get my words out. So after the fly out to right field, 1 out and 1 out and 1 on for Jake Johnson. So Johnson has an opportunity to help himself out once again, already as an RBI today, as the pitcher takes a pitch outside from Roberts, 1-0. Jake reached on a fielder's choice in the first, had an RBI single in the third. He's 1 for 2 today. Chance for another RBI here. Pitch comes in, and Johnson hits it out towards right field. Being waved around third is St. Clair. The throw from right field's a great one, and he's out. Hayes, despite St. Clair running on the pitch, he throws him out from right field to save a run. So Johnson thought he had his second hit and second RBI. Instead, just has the second hit. Riley Cheney will come back in as the replacement runner. So a runner at first base. 2 outs. And now Luke Robbins to the plate. Heck of a play from Hayes. First pitch to Luke, way outside. 1-0. Throw back towards first. Ooh, just back in time is Riley Cheney. Is able to just get back in time. 2-0, Roseburg with the lead here in the top of the 5th. 2 outs and the runner at first. The pitch to Robbins. Inside. Ooh, again, the Grants Pass crowd showing their displeasure. Two balls and no strikes. A little bit low. As one Grants Pass fan just said, inside, outside, which way in? It's becoming very hostile out here in the bleachers. 3 balls and no strikes to Luke Robbins. Pitch outside. So the runner will advance to second. Johnson, or rather Cheney, running for Johnson, advances to second. Luke ends up at first, his first time on bases today after lining out to second and grounding out to third. And now a big meeting, as it looks like Kyle Garrison is charging out, trying to talk things over with the field umpire. He's chasing after him. The field umpire's walking away. Garrison is still running out there. Home plate umpire trying to break this up, as he's now yelling at the home plate umpire. Another coach has emerged down to the dugout for Grants Pass. And the field umpire gets helped out by the home plate umpire as Garrison is now heading back towards the third base side. Gets a big clap from the crowd. The crowd likes him. He was the coach of the year. Actually, he might have been tossed. So Garrison is out. I think he got thrown out of the game, because he just headed out. He's outside of the dugout. He's walking towards the stands now. So yeah, he is tossed. And now it looks like an assistant coach is coming out to talk things over with Roberts, the pitcher. A lot going on right now, as you can tell. It's a very fiery crowd, and now Coach Kyle Garrison has found his way up into the bleachers. So 2-0 the score. Roseburg with the lead here in the top of the fifth inning. 2 on and 2 out. So Danner Wirtz will come up to the plate here in the top of the fifth. A chance to add some runs for Roseburg. So Roberts gets on the mound. Whew. Kyle Garrison, a little tense moment here. He ran up to the press box, slammed his hand on the table, and now walked up towards the right side. Pitch down and away, 1 ball and no strikes, and these fans are not happy. 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch from Roberts. Swing and a miss. Wirtz chased the pitch down and away, and you can hear the crowd. They're pretty hyped up about that one. So 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 on, 1 in scoring position. Runners at first and second. Cheney at second, Robbins at first. 1-1 pitch. Wirtz takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. I have no clue where this strike zone is today. Some of those calls on the outside have certainly looked the same and have been called balls today. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Wirtz takes inside. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Danner Wirtz, an opportunity to come through here. He has reached base safely twice, a hit by pitch and a walk. 2-2. Wirtz takes outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Roberts, the lefty, looks in, comes set at the waist. The payoff pitch. Inside. So Wirtz walks again. 3 plate appearances. Not a single AB. So Cheney advances to third. Robbins advances to second. That's Luke standing at second base. And now A.J. Black to the plate here on the top of the fifth. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Roseburg looking for more. Pitch outside from Roberts. 1 ball and no strikes. So Parker Roberts came in last inning. Was able to get the final 3 outs. He retired the batters in order. Sacrifice bunt, strikeout looking, and a pop-up. Now with some trouble. Black bounces it on 1 hop too short. Morris Fields taps on the second base bag, and that will end the inning. 1 hit, 1 error No runs and 3 left stranded. A fiery inning. We're heading to the bottom of the 5th. It is still 2-0 Roseburg. You're on 541radio.com and the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Bottom of the 5th inning, it is still 2-0 Roseburg with the lead. Special thanks to our sponsor, Gibbs RV Superstore. You gotta get to Gibbs. As well as Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davison & Company, member SIPC. So Jake Johnson, after that chaotic, fiery top half of the 5th inning, it is Johnson back to the bump with the Indians on front, 2-0 here in inning number 5. So, bottom of the order. First pitch to Ryan Sedevy. Rather, Baden Morris, I should say, is taken for a strike on a no. So Johnson had his 4th strikeout against Sedevy last inning, as this is now hit out towards right field, and it's down for a base hit. You can hear the crowd. They're pretty hyped up about that one after a lot of tensions, a lot of emotions in the top half of the 5th inning that saw head coach Kyle Garrison ejected from the game. They get a base hit to begin their 2nd hit of the game here in the bottom of the 5th. And, you know, sometimes that's part of the strategy as a head coach. Sometimes you want to get thrown out to fire up your squad. Maybe that sparks some momentum for Grants Pass. Out of the stretch, Johnson delivers a pitch that's outside, gets past Bowers, and now advancing to second is Baden Morris. The wild pitch puts a runner in scoring position now for Grants Pass. Just the 2nd time today the Cavemen have had an opportunity to drive in a run with a runner in scoring position. Last inning was the 1st. They left 2 on. Actually, they had a runner at 3rd back in the 1st, so I guess this is the 3rd time. Nonetheless, haven't threatened a ton with 2 outs when those runners have reached scoring position. 1-0 pitch. Bunt is shown, and it's popped foul to the 3rd base side. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Ben Childers. So Childers at the plate. The first baseman. Right-handed hitter. Back in the box. Johnson out of the stretch. The 1-1 pitch. A little bit high. Seems like Jake is missing on the breaking ball, at least here in the bottom of the 5th. Two balls in, 1 strike. The pitch. A little bit high and inside. 3-1. So 2-0 Roseburg with the lead. Bottom of the 5th. Windy day down here in Grants Pass. 3-1 pitch from Johnson. Cut on and miss. Got Childers fooled. He was swinging on a pitch up and inside. Probably would have been called a ball. Instead, we'll play on. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Outside, gets past Bowers, and now heading to 3rd is Morris. All the momentum has shifted to the Cavemen. Bowers trying to go talk to Johnson and get on the same page. So runners on the corners, nobody out. It is Grants Pass threatening in the bottom of the 5th. Again, and maybe that is part of the strategy. Sometimes I've talked to coaches more at the collegiate level than the high school level that have talked about going out there and getting ejected on purpose to try to fire up the squad. Sometimes you're just not getting the effort you want. Maybe you want the crowd and the players, for that matter, to be a little bit more amped up in an important game like this one, where Grants Pass has an opportunity to move into second place, tie Roseburg in the standings with a win today. Roseburg trying to get that extra little separation, and so maybe in a game like this, Coach Garrison, he didn't like the start from his squad through the first 4 innings. No runs. Maybe that was the reasoning why. Either way, maybe it was the calls by the home plate umpire. These umpires trying their best out there, but it's been a tough day. So runners on the corners, nobody out, 2-0. Roseburg with the lead. Johnson's first pitch to the leadoff hitter. Evan Valenzuela is fouled away, 0-1. So Valenzuela up for the 3rd time today, 3rd time through the order for Johnson. He's only allowed 2 hits. Throw back towards first base. Diving back there safely is Childers. Childers doesn't look like the quickest runner over at first base. Pretty compact. Looks like an Alejandro Kirk type of player out there at first base. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Johnson struck out Valenzuela back in the 1st inning. Had 3 strikeouts last inning. And now ahead, no balls and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitter. The 0-2. Grounded towards the left side, and it's through the 5-6 hole into left field. That'll score a run as Grants Pass gets on the board. It is 2-1, thanks to the RBI single by Evan Valenzuela. So Valenzuela picks up his first hit of the game, brings in Morris, and Childers advances the second. Looked like a tough play for the left side of the infield. Robbins and Burke both in that area. Looked like it was maybe a little bit closer to Cal, but he decided to hang closer towards the line, and so Burke had to come all the way over, closer to the left field line to try to dive and save it. Still went into left field, and A.J. Black picked it up, but Childers advances to second. First pitch to Braden Reese. This is down low. 1 ball and no strikes. So Reese at the plate. Joe's bunt. Bunts it towards third, and it goes foul. 1 ball and a strike. So 2-1 the score now. Grants Pass gets on the board in the bottom of the 5th. This inning, it feels like, has taken an entire eternity. Still nobody out. Single, walk, single to begin this inning for the Cavemen. 1 ball and 1 strike. Coming in is Wirtz from first base as bunt was shown, and pitch misses outside. Now 2 balls and a strike to the left-handed hitter. And in this situation, you might see a bunt to advance both runners into scoring position. You can advance the tying run to third and the go-ahead run to second. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch from Johnson. Fastball down low and inside. 3 balls and a strike. An update, Willamette leading 7-0 against North Medford. So if Roseburg's able to hang on, they're clinging to the lead right now, 2-1. But if they're able to hang on and win, they could be tied for first place, if not in first place, by the end of the night. 3-1 pitch outside, and it's a walk. Bases loaded, and the 3-hole hitter, Jace McGowan, coming to the plate. So Valenzuela heads the second. Childers the third. Bases loaded. Nobody out. McGowan to the plate. Grounded out to second in the first. Reached on an air to second in the fourth. Infield coming in. Toes on the grass. First pitch outside. 1-0. Big opportunity for Grants Pass here. Roseburg making the 1 hour and 8-minute drive south from RHS here to GPHS. 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball fouled back. 1-1. Looking at the field now, one unique thing I hadn't noticed until just this moment, no lights at this field. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, past the diving, works at first base into right field. Childers into score. Right behind him is Valenzuela. It's a 2 RBI double, and Grants Pass takes the lead thanks to the bat of Jace McGowan. Still nobody out. 2 in scoring position now. As it's been all Grants Pass since Coach Garrison was thrown out of the game. So Reese at third base, McGowan at second. And now here's the cleanup hitter, Nathan Bassett. He shows bunt and tried to swing through it. Runner was on the move. It was a squeeze play. Bowers now dropped the ball, and the tag will not be there. So he had the tag down on Braden Reese, who was running towards home on a sacrifice squeeze attempt. He missed the bunt, and then Bowers chased down towards the third base side. And I think they're going to call it a run, or maybe I'm wrong, and they're going to call him out because he left the base path. I'm waiting for the scoreboard here to help me out. Okay, they're gonna call him out. So it looked like the umpire signaled safe, but I think he was saying that he went out of the base paths. Now a pitch is popped in the air towards center field. Catching it is St. Clair. Back to second base is McGowan. So they're going to say Reese is out. And now Bassett flies out to center field. Okay, I think we're all caught up. A little bit of confusion, but we made it. 3-2 the score. Grants Pass with the lead here on the bottom of the 5th inning. And now here's Cameron Holland to the plate. With a runner at second, a chance for more for Grants Pass. They've already scored 3 runs in this inning. Johnson delivers a pitch down and inside. 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes from Johnson. Comes set at the waist, looks towards second, now to the plate. Breaking ball, grounded towards the left side. Fielding it is Burke. The throw to first base. In time to retire Holland for the final out. Whew, a lot going on in that inning when we finally come to a conclusion. We're now headed to the 6th inning. The score is 3-2. Grants Pass with the lead after 3 runs come in on 3 hits. No errors in the inning and 1 left stranded. Tons of baseball to go. At least that inning showed us that there is still more baseball to be played. 6th inning coming up here on 541radio.com. And the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
First pitch here in the top of the 6th inning comes in for a strike. No balls and a strike for Roberts. The pitch now inside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Fletcher Coleman. Special thanks to our sponsor, Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. 1-1 pitch is fouled away. 1-2. Shout out Bowers Industrial. Talk to the parents of Amos Bowers, who, you guessed it, is the son of Bowers Industrial employees, owners. The 1-2. Breaking ball just misses, not sure where, and I honestly agree with the Grants Pass crowd this time. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Coleman. Pitch from Roberts. Misses again. This one maybe a little bit high. It looks right down the middle. Not sure where it's missing. It's been inconsistent, I'll tell you that. And I think that's all that you really want out of umpires. 3-2. Hits him. So Coleman is aboard. So after the payoff pitch, clips the leg of Fletcher Coleman, the 8-hole hitter. The 9-hole batter, Caden Austin, will come up to the plate with the Indians trailing by 1. So here's Caden Austin, first pitch to him. Joe's bunt, pulls it back, throw down towards first base. Diving back there safely is Coleman. So 1 ball and no strikes here in the top of the 6th. 3-2, Grants Pass with the lead after 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch fouled away. It was a bunt attempt shown by Austin, trying to advance Coleman into scoring position. 1 ball and 1 strike. Parker Roberts set at the waist, looks towards first, now to the plate. Austin bunts it right back to Roberts. He spins and throws to first base to retire Austin. Fletcher Coleman advances to second. It is a sacrifice bunt by Caden Austin. And now at the top of the order due up with Paxton Burke coming to the plate. Burke today, single. Reached on a walk in the 3rd and then popped up. So a 1-for-2 day, 2 runs scored. Chance for an RBI here and a chance to tie the game at 3. First pitch, Burke grounds it up the middle. It's through to center field. Being waved at 3rd and now stomping at 3rd is Coleman. So it's going to be runners on the corners. 1 out. Here in the top of the 6th inning. So a good hit from Paxton Burke, who has the 5th hit of the game for the Indians. And now runners on the corners with 1 gone for Dane St. Clair. Time special. We apologize for that. Really unfortunate. For some reason, our Comrex, which was our radio codec that we used to connect back to studio in Roseburg, it's not really working a lot today. I got here earlier. It sounded very echoey in my headset, so I turned it off, restarted it. That seemed to do the job. But now the echo has returned after I've restarted the Comrex once again. For some reason, in the middle of me talking, it was like both the mic and the crowd mic were plugged in, but for some reason it was not generating any audio, and so we cut out during that time, actually, while we were out. Cal Robbins hit his 3rd home run in as many games. A 2-run home run to left field to score Dane St. Clair. So that did the job for Parker Roberts, and now here's Jake Johnson with nobody on in a 6-3 ball game. Pitch is fouled back, 0-1. Hopefully for you guys listening, it does not sound very echoey, but it has been one of those days, I will say. At least down here, really windy. Not everything going right, but we are here and we are rolling, and the Indians are rolling as well. 6-3 the score. So again, apologies for the technical difficulties. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. For Jake Johnson. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Johnson, who went from being the losing pitcher on record to now the winning pitcher on record, as the Indians have scored 4 runs so far here in this top of the 6th inning. 1-2 pitch. It's outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the new pitcher in the game is Max Hayes. So Hayes goes from right field to the mound. Johnson fouls away the pitch and stays alive on the 2-2. Trying to look and see now who's out in right field. It's really hard. Looks to be number 15. Johnson grounds the ball through the 5-6 hole into left field. So it's going to be a single for Jake Johnson. So the inning will continue. Still just 1 out in the inning. Johnson has his 3rd hit of the game. What a day for Jake. Doing a good job on the mound and in the box. So runner at first now for Luke Robbins. Again, his brother Cal hit a home run in the midst of our technical difficulties. First pitch, grounded down the left field line. Stopping at second is Riley Cheney, who came in to be the replacement runner for Jake Johnson. So it's a single for Luke Robbins. And the Indians have now had 5 straight batters record a hit in this 6th inning. Brings up Danner Wirtz, who is the 8th batter of the inning for Roseburg. So runners at first and second, 6-3 the score. Pitch to Wirtz, outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Wirtz today, no registered at bats. A hit by pitch, 2 walks. 1 ball and no strikes. Hayes comes set. Here's the pitch. Down and away. 2-0. So Braden Reese is now in right field. So Reese was the starter and came out. And now Hayes, who was the designated, or he was the outfielder that was being designated hit 4, is now on the mound. 2-0 pitch. Wirtz swings and fouls it away. 2-1. Looks like the Roseburg JV baseball game has wrapped up, as well as the Roseburg softball game. So looking in the distance in center field, no fans at the softball stadium, and I see some JV baseball players making their way to this main varsity baseball field. Pitch down low, and it gets past the catcher and Bassett. Both runners are going to advance. So Cheney ends up at third, and Robbins ends up at second. A chance here for Danner Wirtz with a 3-ball, 1-strike count to really do some damage and break this game open. Indians leading by 3, but a chance to stretch the lead here to 5. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Wirtz. Hit in the air, pretty deep out towards right field. Giving chase is Reese, and it's over his head and rolling to the wall. Wirtz is going towards second. He'll stop there with a 2 RBI double, and the Indians add on to their lead. It's a 5-run lead, 8-3. How about Danner Wirtz, the young freshman? Another big-time hit. And the Indians have put up a 6 spot here in the 6th. 9th batter of the inning, as A.J. Black will come up to the plate. The one batter not to come to the dish so far this inning, still just 1 out, as Black swings and pops up the ball out of play to the third base side. 0-1. Six straight batters have recorded a hit, all in order. 1 through 6. The 0-1, breaking ball, outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. So this is the 4th time through the order for Roseburg, and this 4th time has been a successful one. Single, double, home run, single, single, home run. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Black, hard grounder, past the diving Valenzuela into left field. Stopping at third base is Danner Wirtz, and the hit party continues. 7 straight hits. What a start to this 4th time through the order for Roseburg. As now Fletcher Coleman will come up to the plate for the 2nd time this inning. So Coleman was hit by a pitch to lead off this inning. Now runners on the corners. Indians up to 9 hits today. Way more than that. I'm still a little bit behind on my hits. Coming into the inning, Roseburg had 6 hits, and they've had 7 straight, so they're up to 13 hits now. Trying to catch up as was dealing with the technical difficulties and forgot to update the hit count. So here is Fletcher Coleman in this 8-3 game. Pitch in. Grounded through the 3-4 hole into right field. Going first to third is A.J. Black. It's an RBI single for Fletcher Coleman, and 8 straight batters have recorded a hit for Roseburg. And now Caden Austin has the opportunity to be the 9th straight batter to get a hit. That would be something. So Wirtz is in to score from third. Black goes first to third on the play. So 9-3 the score now. And the 14th hit of the game. Still just 1 out. Throw back towards first base, and diving back there safely is Fletcher Coleman. 9-3, Roseburg with the lead here on the top of the 6th inning. Been a 7 spot on the board now. First pitch to Caden Austin. Swings and misses. Stealing second base is Coleman. 0-1. It's the 11th batter of the inning. Caden Austin earlier this inning had a sacrifice bunt. That's the only